So, no, you're gonna go. We're gonna go. Okay, sorry. So if you guys want to, that's the defense. We're talking about defense now. So I'm gonna be done soon by like 8:05, 8:10. Okay. So let's get started. So again, when we started the last session, we talked about kind of expectations and where the players should be. So now we're talking about defense, okay? So the expectations are that they understand help defense, what that means. They understand double teams and what those are. A slide, what that means when you say slide and they don't think it's a thing at the playground. And hopefully maybe a second slide, but we'll go into that if that's something that needs to be taught this year. And then player down concepts, which happen a lot on defense. So unfortunately, it's a necessary evil to put defense player down a lot in practice because it happens. Okay, so the first thing, and this is something that I say to my girls a lot, and I hope that you guys can reiterate the same message to your players. Defense is really hard. Like, it's really, really hard, and it's not always a whole lot of fun. People yell at you, other teams score, someone cheers, and you kind of sometimes feel like it's your fault. So you guys as coaches, it's your job to make sure they don't feel that way. It's your job to give them kind of really simple philosophies and really simple ways to play defense throughout the season so that if they make a mistake, they understand they make a mistake, but it's never like, anyone's fault, all right? And the way that we do this, and something that I think could be really helpful for you guys, is to just have really specific defensive rules, okay? Like a simple rule, like when the ball's coming down, you force wide. Don't worry about dominant, non-dominant, here or there, like if they're a righty or a lefty, because they're not going to be thinking all that, okay? So just force wide, force out, all right? That's rule number one, force out away from the goal, okay? Rule number two, you have to guard the ball, okay? Someone always has to guard the ball, all right? And that sometimes gets lost even at our level, where
restarts.
someone will get confused. So right now I'm talking more about 8-meter D. We're going to do transition next, but right now I'm more like focused on 8-meter defense. If you guys want to switch your brains there, so not quite so much on restarts, but just making sure that they remember that really basic rule that someone has to guard the ball. And the third one is that making sure they understand that it's a team. It's an entire team of not only the people that are down playing low D, but the middies that are coming back. Okay, the goalie. We have Cindy who's going to talk about goalies for the last couple of minutes and give you guys some ideas of drills and some coaching points for goalies, which unfortunately I think often gets overlooked at the youth level. So I'm excited to have her reach out to you guys or teach you guys some of her stuff. She's awesome. All right, so we talked a little bit about warm-up and agility. I love agility. I love doing all things agility. What I want to talk about first is defensive footwork, non-agility stuff, okay? This is in drills. So this isn't, I think if you guys want to start your practice off with a set of cones and you're making them do diagonal shuffles and sprint up, back pedal, side, all of that, that's great. All of that stuff is amazing for agility work. I'm assuming that you guys have already done that, you're aware of that, and we're not going to take any time talking about that. So these two things, footwork drills are non-agility. They create agility, but these aren't defensive footwork drills in the typical way. They're as drills, okay? So the first one is crease rolls, all right? And it's important for defenders to really learn how to do a proper crease roll and defend a proper crease roll. And while these are really fun for attack, okay, and Cindy will attest they're even really good for goalies, but one of the things that is really, really, really important is, what happened? Is understanding the footwork that's involved in a crease roll, okay? So if you want to get your defenders going and you want to get their footwork going and their stick going and all of that stuff, do crease rolls, okay? It's more of a defensive drill than it is an attacking drill, all right? So the first thing is that you want to make sure that you stress the importance. We do them where we have the the defense comes out here in the middle and actually rolls the attack the ball, okay? Because otherwise the attack just gets it before they're ready. So this way the defense is ready. So you can do it however you want, but we have the defense start with the ball, roll it like to the side of the cage, then the attack picks it up and the attack goes. So that way the defense is not getting caught off guard, which happens all the time in drills if you